City visited a township outside of Stellenbosch called Kayamandi. This township was formed as part of an apartheid government segregation act. The community is over 50 years and it is recognized as the second oldest township in the country. Let's have a look.
Kayamandi is situated outside the town of Stellenbosch. It was established as part of the Native Land Act. It was originally founded for black male migrant laborers employed on the farms of Stellenbosch.
Tumagele Gosa is my name, originally from the Eastern Cape, Engcobo. Arrived here on 17th July 1992 in Stellenbosch. Kayamandi, as it is located here now, it's a community that started somewhere else. There is a old farm, one of the old farms in Stellenbosch, which is called Ode Libertas. So that's where the first community was staying, in the huts. And bulk of those people were not necessarily only black people from the Eastern Cape. They were a mixture of people, coloureds as well, staying together with the Africans. And those people were moved, I think, in 1923, according to the records in the David Rock thesis, to what is called, or was called, Du Toitville. It's just next to the Du Toit police station. Du Toit station, sorry. So that's where they settled. But then, because that was overcrowded as well, because it was only 7 huts, they decided to say the place is unhygienic, and there was a mixture of a number of other people as well, the colored people, and there was a feeling from the authorities, the authorities, that the colored people are going to teach the African people to drink, and as a result of that they will be unruly, and also the place was not really conducive for the people to stay, and it was overcrowded. There was a need for the government or the local authorities to move them elsewhere. So this vicinity where Kayamandi is located currently was identified over a period of time. There was negotiations between the local municipality and the municipality of Cape Town about the possibilities of moving the community from one place to another. And eventually that process took longer, but eventually they managed to move them from there to build family units here in Kayamandi. The formal structure that was built, I think, was officially opened in November 1941. They started with the family units where they housed people, but eventually I think the family units started from 1 up to 119, if I'm not mistaken, or 118. And then they decided to shift from building family units to establish the hostels, because they thought that they need to constrain the expansion of the African people within the greater Stellenbosch. And then they decided to shift and focus on migrant labor system, which meant that people from the Eastern Cape, in Transkei, Ciskei and other provinces had to come here purely to provide work, that is labor, to the factories, farms, and for a period of fixed time, and then they had to go back home.
eKayamandi ndazalwa ngo-44 nge-26 kaJuni. Ndakhulela apha nabazali bam besaphila bobabini. Kwawungangenwa nje umuntu osuke Eastern Cape azoba lapha. Abantu babesiza ngomgunyathi, ubuzwa ngomgunyathi njani. Bakhweliswe ezilorini, bagqunywe ngeseyili ongathi ku-escort winsango. Bazofika apha ngomgunyathi. Uba awunayo i-right yokuhlala lapha uyabanjwa. Ndiyabona ke bona ke bafika ngelo xesha kuqala basebanemvume yokuhlala apha.
So they had to stay in the hostels, and that meant that somebody has to have a permit, work permit for the person to qualify to stay in a particular hostel. The hostels that we have in Kayamandi, they were more, I think, conducive for people to stay in, but they were only meant for the migrant laborer, which was male dominated, which meant that women were not allowed to stay in, and even people who had relatives from different towns wanting to visit, you had to have a permission for you to visit a particular relative in the hostels.
Izindlu zalapha zazimbalwa kakhulu. Inoba phela lokishini izindlu zaziyi-38. Ukusuka kwa-39 uya kwa-74 yayingamaholo. Kwaze kwa-extendwa amaholo. Sasiwabiza ke la ane-bathroom ngaphakathi kuba kusekhansileni. Uqalela e-97 baniphazama ukuya kuma e-117 zizindlu ezakhiwa mva ezo ezizine-bathroom ngaphakathi.
And also the place was not really conducive for the people to stay, and it was overcrowded. There was a need for the government or the local authorities to move them elsewhere. So this vicinity where Kayamandi is located currently was identified over a period of time. There was negotiations between the local municipality and the municipality of Cape Town about the possibilities of moving the community from one place to another. And eventually that process took longer, but eventually they managed to move them from there to build family units here in Kayamandi. The formal structure that was built, I think, was officially opened in November 1941. They started with the family units where they housed people, but eventually I think the family units started from 1 up to 119, if I'm not mistaken, or 118. And then they decided to shift from building family units to establish the hostels, because they thought that they need to constrain the expansion of the African people within the greater Stellenbosch. And then they decided to shift and focus on migrant labor system, which meant that people from the Eastern Cape, in Transkei, Ciskei, and other provinces had to come here purely to provide work, that is labor, to the factories, farms, and for a period of fixed time, and then they had to go back home.
Imisebenzi yayixhaphakile kakhulu yayi-contract ne-wineries. Abantu besebenza kule mizi yotywala na kwakukhona ifem yemfene kwakuthiwa kukwambubhu. Abantu besebenza emaplasini njalo njalo ke. Kodwa yona yayixhaphakile yayi-contract. IKayamandi izokutshintsha ukusuka ku-92 ngeli xesha kungena amatyotyombe. Yatshintsha ke 92-93 uqala kwamatyotyombe apha eKayamandi. Yatshintsha mpela ke ngoku. Uyabona ngoku sasisithi yi-strong into ene-burglars. Ngoku umzongenayo ibhagla ngoku uzithembile kukhona lento athembele kuyo. Funeka sifake ibhaglas ezindlini eminyango sitshixe igate uzivalele ngaphakathi ngoba ayiseyiyo. Itshintshe mpela kusuka ku-94 kuwest itshintshile. Akusekho khaya mnandi kusekhaya libi.
That is the beginning of the history of Kayamandi, which expanded over a period of time, but it was closely monitored and watched by the local municipality authorities to ensure that it does not degenerate to a place where the majority of black people or African people are staying. But Stellenbosch made, I think, sure that it will control the movement of the people and also the influx of the people by making sure that there is not enough land for people to develop, but a number of informal settlement mushroomed out of the former hostels. You have Zone J, Strong Yard, and a number of other zones that emerged up to Zone O, and and Enganini, which has recently been established in 2005. So that means bulk of the people who are staying in the informal settlements do not have access to electricity, easy access to water, and also the necessary infrastructure and facilities for a community to be a community. There is no proper police station in Kayamandi, for instance. That is one of the challenges Kayamandi is facing. And also we don't have a properly established community facility for Kayamandi people to assemble and do whatever activities they want to do.
The Our City team also went to investigate some of the issues and challenges facing some of Kayamandi's residents and highlighted several developments happening in that area.
Development happens gradually and in stages. Residents voice out their challenges they are facing, and the councillor commented on these challenges. In spite of all of this, residents and community organizations are working hard in developing the community.
Nompiliso Khuselo ndihlala eNkanini ndifike ngo1994 apha eNkanini sinesikhalazo sombane sifuna umbane and sifuna nokwakhela izindlu and apha eNkanini kukho idrain ngoku kufuneka sisusiwe kwendawo nedrain sibekwe endaweni eright.
Igama lami ndingibonga Nengwane ndihlala kule ndlu sinengxaki apha eNkanini amanzi ayangena and then umbane awukho asikwazi basilento asikwazi ba right uyaqaphela
ingxaki esijongene nazo umba wetoilet namanzi nombane siyasokola kule ndawo sihlala kuyo asinazi toilet sixhomekeke kwitoilet zakho amanzi wako umbane asinawo ke sisebenzisa iparafini.
Ndingunomvelo Mkhasi elast time ndingunosamkelo stemela ingxaki elapha eNkanini asinambane apha kudala samfuna umbane apha eNkanini zonke into zethu zihamba emva apha eNkanini akukho mbane sifakela isola like isola yazithengela asifumani mbane kodwa siyavota akho nto yonke into yethu ayifana sinambane sinantoni wethu andiyabanza kuphinda ndithethe ndithini ke sir.
NdinguSimphiwe Lwangwane ndimana ukukhala ukuthi apho ndihlala khona eNkanini andihlala indawo eright. So ngicela ukuthi ngicinga ukuthi xa ngakhona uncedo nakwazi ukuthi ndincedakale. Ngizincame ndathini wezinabantwana abayi3 apha. Nenkosikazi nishathile. Ndihlala endlu yami yanetha andiyazi ukuthi mandithini.
Sifuna only one thing. If government angasenzela yona umbane sihlala lapha eKayamandi eNkanini.
I'm Pelisa Mananga Sichoti. I'm a ward councillor of Kayamandi. The challenges that are facing the residents of Kayamandi is housing. We have a backlog of housing because we have a problem of land. We have a challenge of land. We have a challenge of the shacks, which is in Nkanini area. It's an informal settlement that are without electricity. It's been 5 years now they are without electricity. And the high rate of crime is also a challenge in this community.
Hayi nguMichael Ngamna sihlala ko O12A. Development apha ikhona kule ndawo kancinci kodwa ihamba kancinci. Njengobubona nalamatyombe eqaqene xa bethatha bakwazi wathatha onke ngexesha elinye kuthathwa pha kusheke yamatyombe so ungakwazi uphinda kwenziwe enye into kuloo ndawo ngosayithuka nale kule ndawo ibikhona bezikhona iikhonteyina bezilapha so bayaphinda ngoku bathatha ezi bazofaka ezitshipa kunezi bezikhona bebethe siyemka siyangapha eThubelitshe kulo nyaka kodwa basenzela itoilet ngoku akule ndawo besithi siyemka kuyo So yile ndithi ke ngoku ikhona olo hlobo kodwa ke iyacotha ke le development yayo bayenzayo ayibonakali ke ngokokuhlobo abayenza ngalo.
Development, there is development, but it's not a big development. Why I'm saying it's not a big development, you cannot build housing 180 houses when you have a backlog of more than 20,000 housing backlog in a waiting list. The only development that is taking place within a period of 5 years, it's only 180 housing.
Igama lam ndinguyolisa Makhuleni, elomzi wam ndingunozimasile Makhangela. Ii-challenges endiqondayo abalutsha lalapha lujongene nokutshaya itek. Abanye bayeka isikolo ngenxa yeeglu, abanye bangabakhuthuzi, andiboni into bazimisele kuyo mna. So ndingavuya uba kungakho someone from i-social department anokuza azokwazi ukufundisa abantwana balapha eKayamandi bohlukane neubundlobongela.
So my name is Gerrit Laning. I am the operations manager of Vision Africa. We manage all the projects in the Ikaya Trust Center here in Kayamandi. And we are basically privileged to have programs running from age 2 to 22 and even older. The idea is that we want to start as early as possible with young people. So we've got a creche, around about 90 children in the creche. We have got an after-school care facility for primary school kids, 150 learners. And then we've got high school programs where we've got about between 200 and 300 kids coming to take part in the various programs that we've got.
I'm studying youth work theology at the University of Stellenbosch. My reasons for being here, I'm all about going mad, and I've learned that the word mad spells make a difference. So I'm all about making a difference wherever I can. So when I found out by my friend that she wanted to come and she invited me, and we came here last year for just one day. And then I said I would like to be involved. And then we started coming the previous week. And we came back now this week, and we're going to come back every Wednesday and Thursday to come help the grade 8s and 9s with their homework, their assignments, and just helping them become better in the future and have a better future.
So yeah, this building has got an interesting history, and we always boast, we say that it started out bad and it's turning to the better. Because what happened is, in the apartheid years, it used to be a beer hall where people were forced to come and drink their drinks. They were not allowed to drink at home. And then it fell into disrepair, and about 10 years ago, just over 10 years ago, it was bought and renovated slightly, and then put into use. And about 3 years ago, we did a massive renovation, which is what you now see in terms of the building. So building started as a place where people could gather. We try and keep a little bit of that spirit of being a social place also, but then it's also a very serious place where people who are serious about their lives come and make a difference for themselves. That's kind of also part of what Vision Africa stands for. Our slogan or our motto is that we are inspiring dreams, and that's kind of important to us. We never want to be in a position where we force people into dreams or where we tell them what to do, but ultimately we love to travel with kids, and we love to journey with them as they pursue their dreams.
Songo.info, an organization to influence kids to be committed and responsible, to broaden their minds and to create a legacy. We started out with BMX in an abandoned location. We built our very own BMX track. In the next year, we introduced mountain biking. Shortly thereafter, we took to road cycling. The kinds of strengths important to us are not only the physical strengths, but also the strengths of discipline and opportunity. To further education and develop a home where all the kids feel welcome. We take the kids to as many events as possible over the weekends and, when they're ready, to championship events all over the country. For many of these kids, going on these events means going on an airplane for the first time. Songo, the foundation, has become much bigger than I ever expected it to.
Igama lami ngusipho Madonna. Ndihlala lapha eKayamandi eStellenbosch kusukela ngo-2008. And then ngo-2009 ndaye ndaqala kule development program Songo Info olapha eKayamandi eStellenbosch oranwa nguSongo Fipasi. And then uSongo.info yi-development program. Bathatha abantwana babakhupha esitrateni babafaka kwisport and then babasapota esikolweni. And then if umntana userious then bayamsupport babheke phambili kwisport. Nasesikolweni bayaqinisekisa umntana lapha kwiprogram bayamsupport. So uSongo.info yinantsika yi-program njenjalo. Apha sine-mountain bike, BMX, ne-road bike, but asibadanga kwi-road bike. And then kwi-BMX abantwana bakhoyo ngu-minus plus 30. So baninzi, and then kwi-mountain bike siba 15, 16. And then sometimes siyakwazi uba bayi-20 for i-race. Iyadependa for i-Nansing mountain bike. And then sibe namantombazana ayi-4. Amantombazana isentsha into yawo Songo.info babemqale ngo-2009, 2008. And then usuka ngo-2008 uzoma ngoku ngo-2014 bebengenawo amantombazana. And then ke ngoku lo nyaka ke ngoku uSongo wathatha isigqibo soba makafake amantombazana. So ke ngoba ndisapota amantombazana nditrainisa amantombazana ndiyanceda and ndisherisha i-experience esendiyifumene. Njengoba le program kaSongo.info inceda abantwana bancedisa esikolweni ibafaka nakwisport baqhube ibhayisekile. Iyo nto bafokase kuyo kakhulu yoba baqiniseke abantwana bayapasa esikolweni. So abantwana bayeza apha ngo-3 emini Monday to Friday. Bayeza ngo-3 bafike bafunde benze i-homework zabo. Zikhona ii-tutor ezibancedisayo. And then from 5 bayayeka ngoba bayotrain mountain bike. Abe-BMX bayatraina usuka ngo-3 oma ngo-5 phaya e-BMX track sport field. And then usuka ngo-5 ke ngoku ibe ngabe-mountain bike abatrayinayo njengangoku basandomka ngoku. Sisuka phaya nathi.
Igama lam ndingisiyabulela. Ibusiness wena ayilulanga. Unobangela ke oba ingabikho lula. Kwagcwala le genge yaseAfrika, yaseMntla Afrika. So ke ngoyitsho ke ngolonto leyo ingabi lula ibusiness. Kwakubhetele ngaphambili. Qha ke sinyamezele ke nathi kuba ke kungekuthini singena umsebenzi.
Magatyeni ndafika apha eKayamandi ngo-97. Kodwa ishishini eli lona ndine 5 years ndilenza ndixhwitha ezinkukhu kule ndawo. Kodwa ke ndixhwitha ezinkukhu ndineminyaka 5. Isizathu soba ndixhwithe ezinkukhu ndandingafumani umsebenzi ndiyafundisa abantwana. Ndaqonda uba mandixhwithe ezinkukhu ndizokwazi ufundisa abantwana bam.
Township theatre, mountain biking, and traditional dancing, a medley of cultures culminating just a few kilometers away from Cape Town. They are some of the things you can expect to see in Kayamandi.
name is Sandile David Valashia. I'm coming from Eastern Cape to Madatiel. I'm working here in Stellenbosch. I'm start singing with the music, traditional song on 2010. Now we are continuing with our album. The name of our group is Hotla La Mabenya. So we singing here as a group. All we do as a group. Then we like to see us growing up. If it's anybody who can just help us to see us growing up, we can be happy about that.
My name is Vusum Zlamini. Welcome to Amazink. This is a theater. We do African dance. It started as a shabin long time ago, but now we are running it as a theater. The performers at Amazink as a theater, everybody's from Kayamandi. It's only Kayamandi-based people. It's not anyone from outside. So that's how the community is being involved. And we also, it's like a job creation to everybody, and also a talent search. If you are good enough, we also take you to Pioneer Theatre, where you can grow your talent.
From the dusty streets of Kayamandi, where owning a bicycle is a privilege, Theo Ngubane proved that dreaming big, working hard, and not allowing the struggles of his community to hold him back is a formula to success. From not owning a bicycle to making history and becoming the first black person to participate in the World Downhill Championships. Through Ngubane's success, Kayamandi has become an inspiration to many.
So 3 seconds before leaving the start gate and having the thought of being the first black downhiller competing at the World Champs is an overwhelming feeling. So leaving the start gate, I really had a lot of thoughts in my mind, and I was riding, but I wasn't really intact to my body. My mind was just on the track, but I couldn't really feel what was going on. So when I was feeling tired at the bottom of the track, and you just hear this massive crowd just like shouting and screaming, and for me this, I don't know where, it's like the screaming and shouting just motivated me to push harder and to race harder. The part that really made me, gave me my lost energy from the track was just hearing my mom being there, and for me that's a special moment because that was the first time she actually came to watch me at a race, so it was really cool. Crossing the finish line, I was really tired, but I also had a sense of, how can I say, I was really proud of myself. And also knowing that I was the first black South African to compete at the World Champs was a great feeling.
Theo started as a youngster in the Songo.info charity program. They've actually got a BMX track just down the road over here in the heart of this settlement. And Theo just kept on pushing his limits over the jumps and the rollers and the berms. And from there on, he got introduced to downhill.
It has been a great moment for South Africa. It's a history in the making. For the Songo.info, it's just a privilege being asked to making sure that history happens. I've lost my voice shouting for Theo because the excitement, and it was so unbelievable. It was not easy to believe it. It's actually real. It kept me on my toes and praying because you don't want the kid to come and the world champ and not to finish it. So when he finished it, it was even more exciting.